Okay, this is part 2 of my home gym project, and after doing a lot of brainstorming, I pretty much completed this project, and I'm pretty happy with the home gym setup that I have right now. And what I really like about this home gym setup that I have right now is that I can do pretty much everything on this home gym, and it doesn't get in the way of other things. Like, for instance, I've got the pulley, 3-system pulley, high, medium, and low pulley. And I can do all of those, and I don't have to remove the bars. So I don't have to take things on and off all the time. I can do all these exercises without removing anything. The only thing that I have to remove is I have to remove the barbell to do squats. And the bench always needs to come in and out. But otherwise, everything on this system, going from pulley to squats, I can do bench press without removing the squat bar. The pulley system tucks out of the way so I can do anything. And I also got a unique multi-level landmine that I designed, and we'll go over that a little bit later, and that's real nice. And I can do that high, medium, peg there for medium, and then low is your standard. It's in the way. Back there is the low setting for the landmine, which is your regular landmine setting. But I can do all 3 of those landmine settings without the bars getting in the way. So it's nice. I don't have to move things out of the way constantly to do other. So this is what I was talking about doing all the exercises without having to disassemble anything. Like when you're done with the cable system, it swings out of the way like that, and so that's now free. So now I can do bench press or landmine, and to do squat all I have to do is just remove the bar. So we've got the high, medium, and low cable pulley system. And I did add the seated row apparatus, and you can see the 2 holes here. And so what you do is you take the block of wood like that, and it fits into the holes like that. And then I've got the accessory over here. I've got the double grip accessory. So that's the seated that's the seated row set up. And then so I got the open face pulley here. So the cable just runs through there. Then you hook it up to the apparatus right here, and that gives you the nice seated row that I've added. Okay, first I'm going to go over all the stuff that I bought. And so I bought just a regular barbell. It's just like the cheap Chinese type of barbell that I purchased, and it was about $140. And I bought some steel weights. I bought 4 10-pounders and 2 25-pounders, and they were still pretty darn expensive, but I got the price down to about $2 a pound, so I paid about $180 for those. A little bit expensive, but this allowed me to have a little more variety. This allowed me to have some more variety, so where I can keep weights on and not have to keep stealing weights from this apparatus to go to this apparatus. And it made me, gave me the ability to go a little heavier on the barbell. So with so I bought the plates. I also bought the accessories, some of the accessories, the double grip. I bought the single grip, and I bought the landmine accessory. And I also bought some more elastic bands. So got a whole set of those elastic bands, and there's the one I used for the cable system. And so altogether I spent about I spent about $350 on the store-bought stuff. So now that we've gone over the store-bought stuff, let's go over all the free stuff that I got. Okay, all the free stuff I got. First thing is this bench I ordered from Amazon. And what happened was that the inserts, the threaded inserts for the seats fell out, and so I was going to return it. And so I contacted the seller, and I said, this thing's got some defects on it that you're going to pay. They said that I needed to pay shipping to return the item, and it was going to be like $70 to ship the item back. So I went back and forth, and I was eventually able to keep the item for free. And it's a fairly nice bench. One thing that was wrong with the bench is the way that they shipped it is these 2 pieces here had to be bolted together with these kind of low torque Allen head bolts, and so it made the whole thing kind of loose tooth wobbly. And so I ended up welding this together, and it made it much stiffer and more stable. and I fixed the threaded inserts myself. And this is the nice adjustable bench, so the bench was free. Another thing that I made for free was I made some 6 and 10 pound weights. These are transformers with steel inserts, just transformers that were hot melt glued to the to a metal sleeve, and then just use some duct tape and wrap them. So I got a set of 10 and so I got a set of 10 pound and a set of 6 pound weights, and I made those. Another cool thing I made that was pretty much almost free was this kettlebell I made. I had this tool bag laying around, and it had pretty nice strong straps in it. So all I did was open this up here. I just threw I think you can see it in there. I just threw a 50-pound bag of a pebble from the hardware store in there, and so that makes a nice $3 50-pound soft kettlebell that I made for $3, and that's about 50 pounds. And what's nice about that is you can put more weight in there and bring the weight up and make a heavier. So that's a nice little soft little kettlebell. And another free thing I got was this power tower here that someone had kicked to the curb, and I just kind of cleaned it up, and so it's pretty nice. You got the leg extensions, bar dips. You've got the barred push-ups, and you've also got the sit-up bar here. And they had cut off the chin-up bar, so I made my own chin-up bar and put that on there. So that whole thing was pretty much free. Now by free I mean it's either free or I made it with stuff I had laying around, didn't have to pay any money. I think I paid about $5-10 to get some hardware for that. So with the additional $350 that I paid, we're looking at a total of about $1,300 for this complete gym. So it's a pretty good little home gym. The next thing I want to talk about is this little homemade landmine of mine, and it's a pretty great little deal. It's just a welded little, you have to excuse my terrible welds, but it's just a little homemade little system, and the way it works is it's just threaded on this other side here. Let me unthread it. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. And this just slides out like that, and it's just a sleeve system right there, and it's hooked up to a bolt. I don't know if you can see that, but I've epoxied over the threads there to make a smooth, like a kind of a bearing surface. And then all you have to do is drill holes in your. That's what I like about wood, is it's so easy to accessorize, and so you can drill holes anywhere you want to have it at any level. And I'm going to show you how this is better than the traditional landmines that are on the market right now. Okay, I'm going to set up the landmine here and show you how cool this thing is. And so what you do is you just bring your barbell over here and slide it into the sleeve, and then we put it on the stand here. This is going to be our higher one for overhead shoulder press. And the way this landmine is different from your regular landmines is it sleeves through like this and loads all the way up to the bearing. Just put a regular clip on the end there, and so that secures it in. Now the landmines like what Row makes, the butt of the loading pin just slides in and it's loose, and it relies on gravity to hold the barbell into the landmine. So this limits you to you always have to have the barbell pointing down on the traditional landmine, or else you're going to have a loose landmine. And what this does, it secures it in. It does a couple things. It allows us to go any range of motion on the bar. It allows us to go up and do multi-levels, which is something you can't do on the traditional landmine because the pin would be loose. And the other disadvantage to the traditional landmine is that it holds the bar out here at the very end, which is kind of hard on the bearings here. By having the fulcrum point closer to the bearing here like this, it has a little bit less stress on the bearing, and so that's another one advantage to this type of through sleeve. And like I say, the other advantage is that you can have it on different levels. And so what I'm going to do is like an overhead press, and they have people actually like Coop from Garage Reviews, and actually even on the Rogue website they have this ridiculous. They have the Landmine on the low position, and they're doing this ridiculous overhead press, and they're taking the bar above 45 degrees, which is a ridiculous exercise because it makes it an exercise which gets easier as you go to extension. Because once the bar goes above 45 degrees, the weight gets easier. So you need to have, like for proper overhead press, you need to have this bar up like this, and I'll show you. And the other thing that's really great about this Landmine, and I'll show you, is that you don't need switch plates when you're using this type of Landmine, because you've got this great adjustability. You could actually use one plate unless you're super strong or something like that. You can just use one plate, and I'll demonstrate to you how that's done. So we take two clips, we put one on the inside, like that. And I'm going to use my one of my famous homemade 35-pound weights. Put it on there. Now most people do a lighter weight for warm-ups, and then they ramp up your weight. So what they do is they add plates in order to achieve that type of exercise. And so I'm going to show you this with just this one plate. We can do an entire set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide the weight all the way up here toward the end of the bar. That makes it the easiest. And I'm going to then grab the bar out here at the very end, which has the highest leverage. And so this is going to be the easiest setting, and I'll show you how that works. So just grab like that. That's a nice easy setting right there. So I can do probably 20-30 reps, nice warm-up reps right there. And so like most people do during their exercises is they increase the weight a little bit. So we're going to go to the other extreme and see how that works. So what you do, you slide your clip up like that, put your weight down to the very end, and this makes the resistance harder. And I'm also going to do is I'm going to grab the bar up here, which makes it even harder. So let's try that and see. I'll move that up here a little bit. I'm going to do a last sure rep. In other words, I'm going to go until it's questionable whether I can do the next rep, and we'll see how many reps we can do now. At the easiest setting, we were looking at 20-30 reps. Let's see how many reps I can do all the way to the hardest setting. Be able to do that like that. That's about it. Maybe 6. So you can see how this is real nice, and this also takes place of the Rogue's $1,000 Rogue swing arms. So this little piece right here and this stand replaces both a Landmine and the $1,000 swing arm that Rogue sells. This will replace that. It even does it better. I think that's one of the ways that Rogue kind of could improve on their swing arm is instead of having they have their loading pin out to the side here like this. Now if they were to right angle it and do it like this, then you can do this. Here I have the Landmine set in the lower position. I do this position here for upright rows and curls. And the reason I got the bar going down like that is so that I can do like the curls and the rows and clear this stand here. So I'll show you how to do that. Just put this little nylon strap in here like this, and see, that way you can do full range of motion, and the post is clear, and so that is putting the bar at a downward angle, which you cannot do with the Rogue. So Rogue, this is my Landmine with the through sleeve that locks, and so with this video I'm disclosing this is my invention, so give me a call and if you change your landmine this way, you allow the landmine to go up the pin, and the Rogue makes a really nice monster landmine right now, and if only they would redesign it to do through pin like that, it's already good to go up the squat rack to the different pole positions. And so that's going to be really great. So give me a call, Rogue, and we can do a royalty deal on this invention. This kind of through sleeve landmine has the advantage of being locked in securely. It's easier on the bearing, and you're able to go high or low with the landmining position, and this increases the amount of exercises you can do with the landmine dramatically. So anyway, I'm pretty much settled in with this home gym here, and that's pretty much the entire gym here, under $1,500. 400 pounds of weights, 2 bars, pretty elaborate workout system. And if you add the recumbent bike and the heavy bag that I've already had, that's a very complete home gym for under $2,000. And no gym memberships.
And it was a doozy, but I think that pretty much covers it, guys. Another installment in the books. But I think that videos like these are really good because I'm in sort of a weird situation in that I'm not a competitive athlete.
Ego lifting.
You're ego lifting. Are you that guy? The guy from the video? I know it's you. That's a sock account, I know it. That guy's lurking everywhere, I know it. In fact, I saw someone in the bushes the other day, and I know it's that guy. It's that fitness philosopher guy, I know it. You're ego lifting.
That you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin.